Vic Jagger in the morning with Huggy Lowdown right here on Magic 102.3 and 92.7. You know, this is my first time interviewing this individual who I am so excited because when you have a singer, songwriter, producer, turn television personality, and then you know that he has it in his blood anyway.
Oh, yeah.
It is always a pleasure. Yes, Alan Thicke is in the building.
First of all, I want to know, how did you get the name Huggy Lowdown? Is it because you know the lowdown, or you?
So Huggy plays on the from Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah, of
Huggy
course,
there and
of course.
Lowdown. So it's like a hybrid.
I got you, the Huggy Lowdown.
It's like a hybrid.
Yeah.
Well, it's so nice to see you. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning.
How are
Good
you?
morning. I am well. So you have new music coming out.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
Finally, we are ready for Alan Thicke. Yes. I Know What to Do is the first single.
Yes.
And we're going to get into the first single, but I want to take it back for a moment just to talk about how we got here.
Right.
Of course, you know, we report on a lot of different things. We see your life is public and things like that, but I think it's always important to emphasize how someone bounced back from the challenges that they've faced. Now, whether, you know, it was the divorce that you went through, a lot of the struggles that you talked about that you had to overcome, you had to rear back from deaths in your family and things like that. What gave you the strength, or what was that one thing that helped you to turn everything around in that moment? Because I feel like, and I always say this, when you hit rock bottom, there is only one place for you to go, and that's up.
Yeah.
So what gave you the strength, and what was it for you?
Well, it was a combination of, my children, which you want to wake up and you want to be a great example for them, and they don't know everything that's going on, so they just want to be happy and go to the park and go to school and be with friends. So I think my kids would be the first thing that propels me to get up every morning and be my best that I can be. And then the love of a good woman and my bandmates, you know what I mean, like my friends and my band. When I was feeling low, they'd come over, we'd make music and keep the spirit, keep the jokes flowing. And so after, divorced, sued, lost my father, lost my manager, then my house burned down.
Yeah.
Then I lost my mentor, all year, one after the other. But you know what? As we've learned in life, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And, the challenges that we have in life. So I remember I used to wake up in the morning and I would say, please, God, give me strength to get through this day. Please, God, give me what I need to get through these tough times. And now I just say, thank you, God. I don't ask God for anything. I just say, thank you for what I have. Thank you for the air in my lungs. Thank you for my mama. Thank you for my band and my music. And that way, I think staying grateful, you spend more time focusing on everything you do have instead of worrying about what you don't.
Wow.
Yeah, very powerful. And then when you talk about the lawsuit, and we're talking about Blurred Lines, losing the lawsuit, but it was one of your biggest records. I mean, it was everywhere, and everybody was loving it, dancing to it, and then that came. And do you feel like it was a little like a stain on it? Because sometimes when we go through something, and whether it's an old ex or something and that person brings the name up, or maybe you might hear the song, you're
that song brings too many people too much joy. When I do that song live, the whole audience gets right up out of their seat, goes crazy, and that's what you want to do as an entertainer. You want to make people feel big feelings, and joy or love or whatever it is you really want to get in people's souls. So that song, I'll perform that song till the day I die. My kids can take that song on tour. I don't care, because all I really care about is bringing the audience ultimate joy, And so if that song helps me get there, then I'm doing that song. Yeah,
and you're on tour currently with Boys to Men.
Yep, Boys to Men and I having some fun.
Huge, yes. And I was like, I wonder if Alan Thicke has any, thoughts of doing a residency anywhere. A lot of artists are doing residencies now.
We've been looking into Vegas for next year. Yeah, we have some contacts, and we might have found a spot. So we're excited about that.
You want to do the Sphere? Because I feel like you just take it, just go all the way
absolutely,
in.
Absolutely, yeah.
Just go all the way in.
I haven't been there yet. I've only seen it from the outside. Have you guys been there yet? I can't wait to see it from the inside.
No, imagine an artist. I think it was the Eagles who just did something.
I think they were talking about Beyonce might be setting up a residency there, which would be pretty amazing. I mean, production-wise, what she could do, you know what I mean, in the Sphere would be incredible.
You could too. And just imagine the blurred lines all around the Sphere.
Everything's
everybody
blurred.
did.
The whole Sphere is blurred. Can't get no more blurred than that.
Now, we know that you come from a legendary bloodline. You know, rest in peace to Alan Thicke.
Yeah, shout out to Pops.
Yeah,
but also, I was hearing about your son, Julian, and his songwriting ability and his singing. Are you, like, fully embracing that and bringing it in? Because I know sometimes, you know, as a parent, you can be a little skeptical. But I feel like because you know the industry and you know what to look out for and you can really guide him, that he'll be okay.
Yeah, you never know in anything if they'll always be okay. You can only do your very best as a parent. But if you're a family of doctors, you pass on knowledge. If you're a family of lawyers, you pass on knowledge. So, or business. If you're a businessman, you know, and you pass on how to do business well to your children. For me, we're entertainers. We come from a family of entertainers, so it's natural that he has the bug. And he, you know, his mom is an actress, so he loves being on stage and doing the acting. He loves singing and songwriting. I have a studio in the house, so if he says, "Dad, I got a new song, can I record my new song?" I say, "Yeah, just go on down and let's just put the song down." But I really want him to just enjoy being, you know, a teenager right now. I don't want him to worry about being a celebrity or being a star or any of those things. Be an artist, grow your art, grow your craft, and then you'll be so good at your craft that you'll be able to back up whatever you want to do in life. Because if you just want to be famous, good luck. You know what I mean? You might just get a lucky moment here, but people who want to be famous don't last, you know? People who have craft, those are the ones that stick around. So I just want him to learn his craft and be great at that.
And do you see that a lot? Like, you know, social media has played a part in everyone wanting to be famous quickly. And it has worked for some people. That 15 minutes was extended. And now, you know, when you came in the game, social media wasn't as big. But now you can put your music out and it goes directly to your audience, directly to your fans. Did you embrace, you know, social media?
I mean, I'm an old school head, so I'm a little late. You know, now I'm doing TikToks, and I'm doing Gen Z edits. You know what I mean?
Wait, hold on, because I don't. Did you do the TikTok dances and stuff like that?
No, I don't really do the dances.
Wait,
no.
did you say TikTok?
TikTok. I got my TikTok.
I love it.
But you know, the thing is that in the end, it's helping balance the streaming and the record companies that are firing all their executives. It's because you can get straight to your audience. You can bypass having to go through this system and be beholden to owing them money for the rest of your life. And you know, so if you have a fan base and a following, you can get right to them. I mean, Megan Thee Stallion, a great example of when her label didn't want to put out her album, she put out her album by herself and had a huge hit. You know, and so I think what it does is it levels the playing field for people who have a really hungry fan base, you know what I mean? And they want more. They want more. They want it now. They want it all the time. They want information. They want to see what you're doing. And so the people that are leading the way, like Megan or, you know, these other people who are using their platform and releasing great records, that's the way to do it.
And talented people.
And really talented, you know?
Right.
But do you feel
easy to look at.
That's pressure? Do you feel that that's a lot of pressure that, you know, like your fans, they want it right then and there? Okay, you have new music. We need it right now. And then you put your album out. Okay, when's the next album?
Right.
Okay, we need more. Do you feel that pressure to...
I think I do now a little more, but in a good way, in a healthy way. Like for me, I took some time off, you know, to focus on being a father and get my personal life together and rebuild my home. You know, there were a lot of things that I want. But these last couple of years, we finally got back into the house that burned down. We rebuilt it. It's beautiful. The kids are happy. So these last 2 years, I've been really able to focus more on music. And now I'm back in that groove. So yeah, even though now I'm pretty much done with this new album, each week I'm getting more inspired. I'm doing radio stations. I'm feeling that energy again. I'm feeling like, oh man, I gotta have a new record for them. They like the new one. Now I gotta get another one. And so you use that momentum internally to accomplish the goals you want to accomplish anyway. So I'm excited about making music again. I'm excited about releasing it. I'm excited about promoting it. And so that's where you want to be, because that's the hunger that I had at the beginning, you know?
Let's talk about let's talk about that upcoming album, because it's going to be released Valentine's Day 2025.
Valentine's Day,
And we know that one thing that you're going to give us is a good falsetto, a good love song, you know.
And my story. And my story. Yeah, where I'm at right now.
Because anytime a man say, I'm lost without you, okay, can't help, like, come on. Like, and so now I feel after this divorce, and then you came back and you found new love, and the articles and the posts that I've seen, I'm like, oh, he's in love.
Well,
I mean,
we got
three
babies
kids back to back. Yes, that's what I was
Three in a row.
Three in a row, back to back. So now it opens up more of like a clean slate to talk about finding love again. And is that kind of the direction that you wanted to go with telling your story in this chapter?
Well, I never pre-plan it. I just write what I'm feeling that day. If I'm writing a song about a relationship that's, you know, struggling or having issues, but I don't want to be the one to mess it up. I don't want to be the one to sabotage it. You know, maybe one day I'm a little jealous of somebody that my girl knows or is friends with or whatever, and I just want to write a song about feeling jealous that day. So I just write what I'm feeling at that particular moment, and usually those are the best songs because they're true, they're honest, and they're coming from a real place, you know. But I write about whatever I'm going to do that day, yeah.
And so what was the process of getting back? Because you have a studio in your house now, so I imagine that you are always
I've always had a studio in my house,
and you're always working on music. So how did you approach this new project?
Well, I usually just start writing, and then once I get to, I got about 11 or 12 really strong records now, and then I start to see what the whole story, what the songs, the common thread between them all, and what I'm saying and what I'm going for. And at this point in my life, the most important thing to me is keeping my family together, and so all the songs are either about working on love, improving love, working on yourself to be better at love, and the love I have for my kids and being there for them and providing for them. And just in the end, we all want, if we're in love, you want it to work, and you want to do whatever you can to make it work. And I think that kind of effort, like one of the main choruses on the album is I want to be closer to you. You know what I mean? And I think that's what it's about when you're in a relationship. It's not just the physical closeness. It's I want to be closer in every way. I want us to really be close and not have anything in between us. You are
really good. Because the explanation that you just gave was a song in itself. Because when I talk about love, that could be a song in itself. So I know what to do.
Yes.
Why did you choose that as the lead, the first?
It's just kind of catchy, and it's sexy, and it's got my falsetto. And when I remember, I rarely ever play a record for Jay-Z or send a record for him to him. But this one, I just kind of had a good feeling about it, and I just sent it to him. I was like, "Is this what I think it is?" And he was like, "It's definitely what you think it is."
So you just going to flex on us like that real quick? I mean, you said it so matter of fact. You know, usually when I send a song to Jay,
I'm signed to Rock Nation, and I've known Jay forever, and since the first album, he's been supportive of me, and obviously his taste is impeccable. So it's nice to get that impeccable taste opinion every once in a while.
Stamp of approval.
But the idea is, when you meet somebody who's got all of that, and she's got everything, and she's, and I know what to do with all of that. And somebody pointed out the difference of where I was at when I wrote Lost Without You. I was lost without my woman. This time I'm saying I know exactly what to do with my woman. So a little bit of maturity, I didn't even notice that. I was like, oh yeah, I guess I am now saying I know what to do with it.
So now, I know the album is going to drop Valentine's Day. Do you plan on going on tour?
Definitely.
And then how is that going to, that doesn't impact your television role on The Masked Singer?
No, luckily The Masked Singer is such a blessing. We usually film a whole season in a month, because you have to think all the other celebrities, they don't have a bunch of, they don't have 6 months.
And they schedule it.
Yeah, so they they get them for 3 days, and if they make it to the finals, it's another 3 days. So that means these celebrities only have to work 6 days total to be on a whole season of The Masked Singer, in a sense, And for us, we show up for 12 to 14 days, do the whole season in a month, and then we get the other 10 months of the year to do what we want. So we get 2 seasons a year, 2 months, and get the other 10
I thought
months.
Our gig was good.
Man.
No, it's great. Honestly, look at me. I'm cheesing. I'm cheesing. I love that job.
Man.
Please, sign me up.
Wow.
And you didn't know that it was going to be such a big success when you signed on.
You never know. I mean, we knew that we were getting into that. This could either be a big success or a total failure kind of thing. When anytime something is that different. But once we were filming and we did the finale, and T-Pain was the winner, and he was this little blue monster, and it was T-Pain was the winner, and none of us guessed T-Pain. I was like, this could be a big success. We got street cred. We got T-Pain. as a little blue monster. Come
right.
on, you know what I mean? That's good work. And I remember getting home because my father had recently passed, and I remember and he loved television. He loved big tent TV. He hosted almost every pageant and variety show possible. And I remember getting home and going, my dad would have loved this show. And that's when I kind of thought this could be a big hit. And thank God it has.
Oh, my God.
We're on our 12th season.
Everybody tweeting, social media is going crazy. Who do you think it is? Oh, I know exactly who that is. And half of them are wrong. And so has there been anyone that, I was about to say, that really surprised you? What was one of the most memorable artists?
I still say that the biggest mistake, mess up on me, I've made 6 or 7 records with this guy. It was Lil Wayne. How I did not know it was Lil Wayne.
Oh my God.
We've done like 7 records together. He was a robot and he's going like this, and I'm not getting the robot voice. I guess to snowboarder Shaun White.
Oh, wow.
That's how far off. Because he was just in the robot, and I was like, I did not get Lil Wayne from that at all. Wow. So that was pretty funny.
Yeah. All right. So talk about the upcoming tour.
Well, right now, Boyceman and I actually only have a few dates left, which has been great. Most of the summer and now going into the fall, we're going to finish our run, and then I'll have time to finish the album, set that up, and then next spring, summer, I'll do my own tour for sure to promote the album.
Okay. Summertime tours.
Summertime tours are great. Yeah.
Oh, it's incredible. All right. And final thing about just this new project, what do you want your fans, the people who listen, what is that feeling that you want them to walk away with after listening to this? Because sometimes you inspire people you know what, I'm going to give love a second chance, or you know what, he was talking about my situation in this, you know what I mean? So you can really relate. But what is the overall message that you want people to
I guess this time in a funny way, because my last 2 projects were very personal. My last album was called On Earth and in Heaven because it was a tribute to Andre Harrell and my father, who had both passed away. Yeah. But this album, I'm trying to make this for Robin Thicke fans, for people that love Robin Thicke music. So I guess ideally I'd want you to walk away and go, that's the Robin Thicke I'm talking about.
He's back.
That's what I want you to walk away and go, I love me some Robin Thicke music. That's what I want.
You know what? That's your T-shirt idea right there. I need, I love me some Robin. You got to put that though.
I love me some Robin Thicke music. That's funny. But yeah, that's really, this time I'm in the studio. I'm like, I want to make the people that are in that audience that come to my shows, that have been listening to my music, that connect with me in that way. I want them to go, he brought it on this album. That's what I've been waiting for. I can't get that music anywhere else. And that's what you want to try to accomplish.
And I talked about how you make the fans feel, but how does it feel when you're on stage and you see your fans singing every word, especially when you are performing songs that you may not have been in the best place at that time when you first wrote it or you first started to perform it? How does it feel when you see the people singing it back and giving you that energy back?
Well, that's the magic, and especially like when I was first started.
You got the magic.
Yeah, right. Sorry. That's where the magic is, when I first started performing, if I hit a bad note, it would mess with my head or would mess with my energy. But now, after everything I've been through and the stage is the release, that's where I get to go up and let it all go and let it fly now. You know what I mean? And that's where I get to be Robin Thicke for a little while, because at home I'm just dad. You know what I mean? I'm in the sweats and I'm taking kids to school and I'm dad. So I get back on that stage, I'm like, da-da, woo! Still got a little something to offer, So yeah, and I enjoy it more than I ever did. I have a joke that I the only place I don't have any problems is when I'm on stage.
Hey, that sounds like a safe place to be.
That's some real stuff right there.
And then when I walk off stage, I pick my problems back up, throw them on my shoulder. Here we go, back to work. But yeah, right now I'm actually, there's so many ups and downs in this business and in life in general. And the older you get, the more people you lose that you loved. You know what I mean? And things like that. So. And so for me, I'm just trying to enjoy this golden era. My lady's happy, my kids are happy, my house is healthy, the music is sounding good. I'm enjoying making it. I got the Masked Singer, so I'm just breathe and be grateful. These are all the things you wanted, Robin. These are all the things you wanted, and they're here right in front of you. Enjoy it. Spend that time with your kids.
Yes.
Take good care of every woman. Take her on trips, and really enjoy this beautiful time in your life.
Yes, great advice.
Yes, it was.
Robin Thicke, I
enjoy
know
the
what
ride.
to do.
Enjoy it. When it's good, enjoy it. Please say thank you.
Yeah.
Grateful
Yes.
to God. Grateful.
Yes, and then you look back on everything you've gone through, and you know that, okay, if a situation occurs, I've been through worse, so I
Right.
know I can push
Well, that's
through.
probably
and make
why
it.
I'm saying I know what to do, in a sense, because back then when I was writing Lost Without You, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to handle all those emotions. I didn't know what to do with all that fear, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all that anxiety and all that unaccomplished territory. But now, 20 years later, I know who I am. I know what I like. I know the mistakes that I've made. I don't want to make those mistakes again. You know what I mean? And that's really the key to life is, can you learn from your mistakes? And if you can, then you're always growing, and then you get stronger internally, and you enjoy life more because you know what to do with it.
And it comes all the way back around to
the
I know
title.
what to do. Robin Thicke, thank you
great,
so
bro.
much for joining
Thank you,
us.
Nick.
We love
Thank you,
everything
man.
that you're doing. Valentine's Day, we'll
Thank
be
you, Low
looking
Down.
Come on, man.
We'll be looking for that album Valentine's Day. Now, right now, you can introduce everyone to your new single.
All right, everybody, this is Robin Thicke, yours truly, and this is my new song called I Know What to Do With All That. Check it out right here.
That was great.